The Walking Dead Season 2 is a point-and-click adventure game which serves as the sequel to the original Walking Dead. I'm gonna preface this by saying that you should not be playing this game if you haven't played the original game. It does not make any room for those that do not know what happened in the first game while making a whole lot of references to it, indeed. So assuming you have played the first Walking Dead, let's start with reviewing what's new in Season 2. Well, QuickTime events are back, and in my review of the original game, I mentioned them without really ranting about how much I hated them, how stupid they were, and how I wish they were gone. This time around, I do want to say that The Walking Dead Season 2 took the horribly done QuickTime events from its predecessor and actually made them better. It's hard to explain, but they don't just pop up at stupid moments anymore, or have the same premise every time. They actually work well now, and I felt they helped add to the game experience far more than the last time around, but I still find them to be a little pointless. And if you're interested in this game, you should know that yes, they are still here. The graphics have seen an overhaul. In fact, there's one scene in the game that has a flashback to the original that actually copies the graphics. You can actually see the difference quite evidently. And the game didn't sound as empty this time around, so they definitely improved on their soundtracks and ambience, as I never once lost immersion in this game. Not once. The gameplay is very much exactly the same. A point-and-click adventure puzzle in between story segments. There isn't much to tell or say that got improved here. Fans of the point-and-click genre will love it, while those that are here only for the story will likely find themselves just trying to find out what they have to click to move the story along every time such a segment comes along. The story this time around is arguably even better than the first one, now that the perspective has transferred to our lovely dear Clementine. You now get to play as the character that you spent the entire first game protecting at all costs. It's a rush to survive in this zombie apocalypse, and this time you get to play as a child. That's a very unique way to play a game like this. Your small size makes you very useful in certain situations, but at the same time, no one ever takes you seriously because you're a child. Paired with this very interesting new perspective comes the return of a couple characters from the first game, and every chapter of this story and all the situations you find yourself in are thrilling, and probably overall just the perfect follow-up to the original Walking Dead. And this game can be a lot more gruesome than the first one. If you're queasy, there's a few scenes that will make this game one that isn't quite for you, I'm sorry to say. However, this game has the exact same problem as the first one. Your choices mean jack shit in about every single instance. If a character's supposed to die, then that character will die no matter what you do. If they're supposed to live, then they'll live no matter what you do. It's the same garbage illusion of choice amidst a typical linear plotline as the first game was. The quality of the story makes up for a lot of this in your first playthrough, but honestly, never rewind and never do a second playthrough with the intent of making different choices, lest you find out just how shallow the choices in this game really are. Nothing you do matters for more than one sentence out of someone's mouth. Overall, I think The Walking Dead Season 2 really did improve on what the original Walking Dead created. They also didn't fix the biggest issue from the first game, but they did fix most of the smaller issues without introducing new ones. It gets an 8 out of 10 from me. 1 point up from the original Walking Dead for providing a better game experience overall and for letting me play as my dearest little Clementine. However, they still advertise this based on your choices affecting the story. And meanwhile, your choices have literally no influence on the story whatsoever, just like in the original game. I do recommend it, definitely for the story and the point-and-click adventure aspects. Just do not buy this game if what you're looking for is an interactive story where your choices will actually influence things, because that is not what this is. I hope this review helped. If you want to see more like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys on the next Res Reviews.